So basically, is writing your chosen profession?
Yes, I do write for a living. Not exactly creative writing, but all sorts of writing. I do write for a living.
When did you realize that you have a talent in writing?
Grade school, high school. Always been interested.
Where or who do you get your inspiration from?
Things I read, stories, anything. I think when you're a writer, everything that happens, material for you.
What was your first published work? Was it hard to get published?
My first published work was a short story titled Last 2 Minutes in a magazine that is now defunct. It was called The Focus magazine, 1982, and there were very few publications then. It was more difficult, and there were no pang internet.
Do you write a common theme in your works?
Not really. Many of my characters are Chinese, Philippines. That's my own background. So many of my characters are also share that background. It's something I am more familiar with. Settings of the characters. Many of them.
What were your obstacles that you tackled as an author?
Getting published. It's difficult to be a writer here because of the economics. And there are fewer publications. But now it's much easier since the 1980s. There are publishers, there's university presses, and so these days they're luckier. Marami ng publishing houses. It's easier to get published online, more options.
What are your highest moments as an author?
Well, I guess this, when I came out with my last novel last year, Hortaleza, I think that's so far my most important work. That was, I think, important milestone.
Is it hard to be a writer in the Philippines?
In most developing countries, of course, it's difficult. Maybe it's also difficult here because we have many languages. So there are many languages, so there are many. The readership is broken up into many languages. People who read in English, people who read Tagalog or Tagalog. So in general, people don't read. So the readership is small, and our publishing industry is very young. So, let's say in a country of almost 100 million, it's still difficult to sell 1,000 or 2,000 copies of a book, especially in English. So yes, it's difficult. The economics really work against you. Just have to persevere. What you'd like to.
What do you think is your contributions to society as a writer?
I think literature is always important, and it's not for me to say. I think it's for readers to say whether they're relevant to their life. I don't really think about that. I think there should be a place for art in society. Maybe with very little of that. We are a society which cares very little for culture. Things of the mind, I think that is to our own detriment. When I write it here for them. It's already a sacrifice. It's up to the reader to find it relevant.
Sir, one last question. Is Banyaga your favorite work?
Yes. I think it's probably culmination. I sort of published it as my first 25 years, the silver anniversary.
Can you give us a brief description of the book? Can you give us a brief description of the book?
No, the book itself, no? In the bookstore, it's easy to get. And it's basically about the last 100 years of British history. That is from the point of view of Chinese Filipinos. It's about 4 boys who come to Manila on a boat in the 1920s, become lifelong friends. So it's 3-4 generations of their families. It's a saga. It's 100 years.
That's basically it. Thank you, sir.